from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all of ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
Hello. Good evening. Oh, thank you. I'll take it. Hi there. I'm Wes Weddell. I am the Associate Director of Bushwick Northwest, and I'm very happy to welcome you to this year's version of our InkAloud show featuring local authors. Yeah, that's right. I am about a 6-foot-tall white guy who kept his pandemic facial hair. I am wearing our season Bushwick Book Club Banned Books t-shirt with a fuzzy red overshirt that I will tell you more about later. That's right. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle acknowledges that our organization is headquartered and our events take place on the traditional and unceded lands of the Coast Salish people, including the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish. We invite our audiences to learn more about whose land they occupy and experience and suggest native-land.ca as a starting place. And here we go. So, this is the 4th annual InkAloud. Before that, it was a one-off collaboration with Hugo House. Before that, it was something called Wordplay with Seattle 7 Rioters, and they don't even exist anymore. But we are here to continue delivering original music inspired by the work of local authors who happen to be here tonight. And we're happy that you're here tonight, and we're happy that you at home watching the live stream are here as well. We are live streaming around the world. So hello to all of you. You are all very welcome. Here we go. Tonight's curator is Pepe Montero, who also happens to be the acting executive director of Hugo House. Our authors are Claudia Castro Luna and Shin Yu Pai. Can we just make some noise for them? And our musicians tonight are Alexis Thompson, Nancy K. Dillon, Tara Chugh, Nance, Drea Marilyn, Gary Mula, and Tomo Nakayama. Can we make some noise for them? All right, here's what's going to happen. This one's a little bit different in that the authors are here. We're going to hear from Pepe. And then each of the Claudia's going to come up and do a reading, and then we will hear songs inspired by the book that she just read from, which is amazing, and you can watch her face to see how she feels about it, and it's great. And then we're going to take an intermission, and then there's going to be a quiz. And we don't normally do a quiz at InkAloud, and tonight is just so special that we're doing one anyway. You can enter the quiz. In fact, it doesn't work if you don't. And 3 of you will be picked up here, and you will have a chance to win prizes. You do not have to have read the books to participate. Actually, if you have read them, and I hope you have, it won't help you with the quiz. But then we'll have Shin Yu Pai do a reading, and then we'll have more songs, right? All of that for your modest ticket price. So thank you so much, again, for being here and for your support of all things musical, literary, and fun. If you're posting about tonight, feel free to use the hashtag Bushwick Book Club. Tag away. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and we're here to celebrate. I'd like to bring up Pepe Montero. Jose Luis Pepe Montero is a technologist by trade and a bilingual writer by choice. Born and raised in Mexico, but having spent most of his adulthood in Seattle, his passion for storytelling transcends any medium, leading him to explore radio, photography, and filmmaking before directing his artistic focus to the written word. In addition to holding a BS in computer science and an MBA, he earned a certificate in literary fiction from the University of Washington and a master's in narrative and poetry from Escuela de Escritores in Madrid. After returning from Spain, he interned at Copper Canyon Press and served as an assistant editor for Narrative Magazine before joining the Jackstar Writers Program in 2021, where he first got the Bushwick treatment with an original song from musician Carino inspired by his work. He was president of the board of Seattle Escribe, a nonprofit dedicated to promoting Spanish literature, and he currently serves as co-president of the board of Seattle City of Literature, the nonprofit that manages Seattle's designation as a UNESCO City of Literature. That's right, you live in one of those. In addition to his role as Hugo House's acting executive director, Pepe Montero.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hugo House, a home for all writers and storytellers. Like you heard, my name is Pepe Montero. I am a Latino, balding Latino with a very boring long sleeve shirt. And I am the acting executive director of this organization. And I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight as we honor the power of literature, the courage of authors, and the resilience of stories that refuse to be silenced. Hugo is thrilled to host tonight's event, InkAloud, and to welcome back the Bushwick Book Club, whose unique blend of music and literature always brings such vibrancy to our space. On top of that, it's a deep honor for me, personally, to serve as the curator for this evening. For tonight's event, I chose Shin Yu Pai's Adamantine and Claudia Castro Luna's Killing Marías. These two extraordinary books reflect the resilience and power of voices that demand to be heard, insist on existing, and remind us why literature is worth defending. Adamantine was banned this summer by the Southwestern School Board after it was selected for an elective course highlighting works by authors from historically marginalized backgrounds. Its removal only amplifies the urgency of Shin Yu's work, which explores identity, community, and endurance with sharpness and grace. The ban is a stark reminder of how fear can strip classrooms of diverse voices and stifle students' opportunities to engage with the complexity of the human experience. Shin Yu's poetry challenges us to see beauty in what endures, like adamantine itself, unyielding in the face of pressure. Killing Marías by Claudia Castro Luna hasn't been banned yet, but it confronts an equally devastating erasure, the feminicides in Ciudad Juárez, Mexico. Over the past 3 decades, thousands of women, known as Las Muertas de Juárez, have been murdered or disappeared with impunity in Ciudad Juárez, right across the border from El Paso, Texas. Through Claudia's poetic lens, these women's lives, often rendered invisible, are remembered, honored, and given voice. Their stories challenge us to see the systematic disappearance of women not only as a tragedy, which it is, but as a silencing, a literal banning of the existence itself. Murder, after all, is the ultimate act of censorship. I also chose these authors because their literary lives share many similarities with my own. In fact, our paths have crossed many times, and I'm sure they will continue crossing in the future. Like me, both authors share roots in immigrant families. Shinji is from Taiwan, Claudia is from El Salvador. As a writer, I appreciate how their heritage and unique outsider perspectives inform their work with a depth that bridges the personal and the universal. We as immigrants always find ourselves straddling between worlds, the one where we came from and the one we choose to call home now. Additionally, both Claudia and Shinji have served as Seattle Civic Poets, Claudia as the inaugural poet and Shinji as the most recent one. The Seattle Civic Poet program is a collaboration between the Office of Arts and Culture and Seattle City of Literature, the nonprofit that manages Seattle's designation as a UNESCO Creative City of Literature. I am proud to have volunteered in this organization for several years, and I'm currently the president of its board. This connection to UNESCO's Creative Cities Network underscores the global significance of tonight's event. InkAloud embodies a concept UNESCO celebrates, the transversity of art, the way it flows across forms and disciplines. Here, poetry inspires music. Music evokes movement, and performance gives life to the written word. This interplay of creativity reflects the power of stories to transcend boundaries and connect us on a deeply human level. UNESCO's mission also aligns with the ideals we're honoring tonight. One of its 16 Sustainable Development Goals is promoting peace, justice, and strong institutions. Central to this goal is ensuring open and inclusive access to information. When books or any other works of art are banned, we take a step away from these principles. Make no mistake, book banning is not just about limiting access to words. It's about silencing ideas and erasing identities. This erasure is driven by fear, because they know what we readers and writers have known our entire lives, that the word is indeed mightier than 1,000 swords. Claudia and Shinji's work resist this erasure. Through their poetry, they remind us to remember, to resist, and to keep creating in the face of forces that seek to silence us. Their voices, and the voices they amplify, challenge us to protect the integrity of literature and truths it holds. Tonight, as we celebrate their contributions and the new musical art they've inspired, Let us commit to being unwavering, adamantine, you might even say, in our defense of literature and in honoring every María whose voice the world has tried to erase. Please enjoy the performance, and let's keep the ink flowing aloud. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Pepe Montero. Thank you, Pepe. Yeah, that, all of it. I'm glad you brought up all of it. I'm glad you mentioned that both of our authors tonight have served. One is still for a few more days serving as Seattle Civic Poet. It's really fun to have one of those in the room, let alone two at any given time. All three of our esteemed authors here tonight, Shin Yu, Claudia, and Pepe, are alums of the Jack Straw Writers Program, which is an organization that Bushwick has partnered with for more than 10 years. That's really fun, too. Let's get Claudia up here for a reading. Claudia Castro Luna is an Academy of American Poets Poet Laureate Fellow, former Washington State Poet Laureate, and Seattle's inaugural Civic Poet. She is the author of Chapota Under the Moon and Killing Marías, both shortlisted for the Washington State Book Award in Poetry. She is also the author of several other works, all of which you should read. Born in El Salvador, Claudia Castro Luna lives in English and Spanish, and she writes and teaches in Seattle on unceded Duwamish lands. I have never left an interaction with Claudia feeling worse. Claudia Castro Luna.
Good evening, everyone. Buenas noches. Before we start, let me say that I am a Central American woman, rather short, with curly hair and wearing a velour top, which seemed fitting for the spectacle of tonight. It is a huge pleasure for me to be here tonight with Shin Yu, at Hugo House and as part of a Bushwick Book Club program. I adore Bushwick Book Club. If you've never been, or if you're listening or watching for the first time, you're in for a treat. It's really a treasure. What they do is really a treasure and a huge a gift to our city. So I'll be reading from Killing Marías tonight, which Pepe so eloquently introduced. Thank you, Pepe. It's not an easy read, this book. It takes the names which I found on a list on a website that's dedicated to the missing and murdered women of Juarez, of which there have been thousands of them. And it struck me reading the list that many of the names of these women started with María. And as we know, María is the name of Jesus' mother. She's an icon. She's venerated all over the world. And these women wore her name. That was their first name, was María. And so very intuitively, I decided to begin writing poems, elegiac poems, to each one of the women whom I found on this list. And that's how the book came about. The book has had a very interesting trajectory in that I have I've staged performances of the book. We've read the entire book here in Seattle with musicians. And at one of those performances, 2 Seattle Times reporters were present. And they came to me afterwards and they said, can they use the book for a project they wanted to do on the US-Mexico border? And so the book became an anchor and sort of a lead into this project, which they reported on with the Pulitzer Center. It was in conjunction with the Pulitzer Center. And they were digital reporters. They put together a documentary, very beautiful, in which they spliced the poems and some of the mothers of the women and young women killed reading the poems, which I had translated to Spanish. And it ended up winning an Emmy. And so it is the first and only Emmy that the Seattle Times has ever won, has been the work of these 2 amazing reporters who used Killing Marías, the book, as a way of holding together their journalistic inquiry. So I will read 4 poems. You will hear me call each of the titles of the poems bear the actual names of the women to whom I'm dedicating the poem, and in the back of the book, I actually list the names. But for the poetry, I used only their first name and spliced a poetic phrase as their last name as a way of blending flesh and spirit, because these women are no longer with us, and really I'm trying in this work to give them agency. And so that was a way of working their bodies into the telling. Let's see, what else did I want to say about the work? Yeah, I think that's enough. So I'm just reading 4 of the poems. Are very short, and that's why we've been able to stage the whole book in one reading. The full title of the book is Killing Marías, a book for multiple voices. So when we've read it with different women reading different poems. And tonight I am so excited and honored to hear what the musicians have created as a result of reading the book. It's such an amazing honor to have that done with your work. So this first poem is called María Cristina, Hanging Chrysalis. What would I do for a smidgen of your rebellion, María? As a woman, to trust the halo of your intuition. I know, you know, courage plummets easily from cliffs of doubt, both imposed and self-harvested. How to make manifest what the mind knows, but the eye cannot yet see? How to pluck hope from the terrace gardens where it grows? I think about the nature of change, that transfiguration from grain to woman, the audacity of salt to embolden water into ocean, the urge to break free. And this next poem is titled María del Rosario, Merciful Virgin. Love me not. Love me not. Ah, Margarita, dear Daisy, what is it that people we love and need so often destroy us? So one of the things I'm trying to do in these poems, because these women no longer have agency of their own, is really to voice them and to really anchor the poems in beautiful phrasing. Beauty was my way out of the hardship and the pain that is contained in the histories of these women's lives, because their deaths are so tragic and unspeakable. It's very hard to write work that is engaging and where the reader could read and face and be in that truth and not be put off or not turn away, not look away. I don't want you to look away. These women lived. This is real. This is truth, right? What happened here and what continues to happen. And so this idea of anchoring the poems in the most beautiful language I could was my way to weave through this very difficult material. María Rosario, clearest of nights. How to make up with yourself after each self-breakup. How to cuddle under a broken wing the girl of you. Or how to explain that deep inside the sea's sister wind tries on her dress. Snails leave their homes when no one is looking, and birds sometimes are afraid to fly. Who is going to tell you what you only know? Whose fool will tell spider to spin less? It turns out that it is possible to mend the crevices inside yourself without silk threads and silver spoons. It is possible to tell the truth and not burn in hell, to win wars without shooting a rifle, and without a rifle to write a poem. And the very last poem that I'll read is titled Maria Santos' Sweetest Apple. They say we live on either side of a border. I say that's fodder for a sexist imagination. Coyote's tooth does not alone bite, and falcon's feather takes not alone to the sky. Silo living is not for living things, like the braid on my abuela's back and beads on a rosary strand. Interlinked, we are rain, dust, stars. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Claudia. Shall we hear some music? Yeah. Okay, we will. As many of you know, and all of you are about to find out, the Bushwick premise is all about art inspiring art, read, sing, repeat, original music inspired by the written word wherever you find it. And it's always a treat when these musicians get a chance to share with the authors in the room. So let's bring up Alexis Thompson. Light, sound, and emotion are languages that are both universal to us all and yet beyond a single uniform way we all communicate. Still, we all know that within a smile, we can communicate the desire to be well and hope that someone else will be well too. Our next performer is a singer, storyteller, and student of life that is always hoping to smile in whatever ways she can to share a desire beyond words connecting us all, that we all be well. She is Alexis Thompson.
Good evening, everyone. I am Alexis. For those who are not in the room, to describe myself, I'm 5'5", African American. I wear circular gold spectacles, and I have little gold figurines in my hair. I am wearing a black and red dress with flower petals on it, inspired by the cover of the book that I am going to be singing about. I would like to share with you all my thoughts about Killing Marías by Claudia Castro Luna. As you all may be aware, the human body contains about 60 to 80% water. When I was growing up, they averaged this out to about 70%, probably so we could remember. We have to continue to drink fresh water in order to maintain our health and hydration as we get older. We have this in common with the surface of our planet. It's covered with about 71% of water. Despite how much water that is, that huge volume of it, only about 3% of it is fresh water, and some of that is locked in glaciers, which means it is a very small sliver of water that is available for us to drink as humans to stay alive, which means in that small miracle, that is what we need to stay on this planet. One little bit of how much we have. I like to think that that means water has hereditary properties. Matter can't be created nor destroyed, which means all the water that has ever existed on this planet is still here. So the water your grandmother drank is the water you drank earlier today. When I look at women, that is what I see. As Claudia pointed out in her book, a woman is born with every egg she will ever carry. So as your grandmother drank that water while your mother was inside of her, you were a blueprint being formed during that time. The miracle isn't when the baby comes out. It's the carrier who could even bring the baby in the first place. You're looking at the miracle every time you see another human being. So when I see a woman, I see one drop of the entire ocean reflected at me in one shade, in the way she blinks when she's thinking, in the way she smiles when she's having a good day, and how her nose turns red when she's crying. That is one woman containing the whole ocean looking back at me. This book is a book about oceans that got cut down, called María. I'm a woman who almost didn't get to survive, like these women didn't get to survive. So many people lost an ocean when they lost that Maria. But for them, it was Maria. For somebody else, it's Amy. For somebody else, it's Soon Lee. For somebody else, it's Keisha, and so forth. And one day, we will have to realize there's so many women everywhere. But it's a tiny sliver that is a miracle that we get to see them. So the next time you see a woman, I hope you realize you're looking at fresh water and you love her as though she may be the last drop. I would like to share with you Precipitation. I never heard back from her either. I guess she just didn't come home. I wish I'd stayed there for some reason. I wouldn't have let her go alone. My heart in anguish for the souls they were forced to leave behind. Questions winding through echoes, all that love left in their minds. I feel the wind sting my skin, and I know that the waves are high. Salt in the wound, barren grin, rain must fall. I won't forget why I've sent tears up to my love, this one land ocean's dove. In rain they visit me from the sky, recycling in like the blood in our skin houses the water from up above. All the words sound too familiar, 'cause they're screaming just like me. Open pages singing omens, the givers crying eternally. Must I be my brother's keeper, so my sister doesn't fall? Tell me, would you have believed her? Could she even speak at all? I feel the wind sting my skin, and I know that the waves are high. Salt in the wound, barren grin, rain must fall. I won't forget why I've sent tears up to my love, this one land ocean's dove. In rain they visit me from the sky, recycling in like the blood in our skin houses the water from up above. Bring me your bittersweet love. I feel the wind sting my skin, and I know that the waves are high. Salt in the wound, barren grin, rain must fall. I won't forget why I've sent tears up to my love, this one land ocean's dove. Maria visits me from the sky, recycling in like the blood in our skin houses the water from up above, recycling in like the blood in our skin houses the water from up above. It was a pleasure to speak for you.
Alexis Thompson. Alexis will start offering weekly guided meditations on Tuesday on the virtual platform The Brain Network, a support group for survivors of traumatic brain injuries like herself. If at any point tonight you think, I want to remember that, or I want to hear more from this person, or where can I find all of the links in one place? Well, we keep a digital program just for you. Oh, and Jeff is up here helping, and he would put the slide up right now. This is Executive Director Jeff Larson, by the way, wearing a number of hats tonight with only one arm. It's usable. He recently had shoulder surgery. We keep a digital program for all the shows that we do. If you want to find out where you can support artists, join their mailing list, go see them live, stream their music, or better yet, buy it. We have all these links for you. You can scan the little QR code right up there, or you can visit bit.ly/ink24-pgm, InkAloud 24 program. At-home viewers, hopefully that's showing up in the chat right now. And we have Nancy K. Dillon coming up next. Nancy K. Dillon is a songwriter, performer, and visual artist. Growing up in Oklahoma, 6 blocks from Route 66, she soon headed west and fell in love with traveling the open road and traversing the mountains and the wide open spaces. Dillon is a former KBCS FM folk DJ, and she operates a small niche radio promotion business, Rose Rock Music Services. Her 4th studio album, Cawker City Blues, is set for release mid-2025. She's joined us in the past for original music inspired by Lonesome Dove, A Homemade Life, Born Standing Up, Persepolis, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, Where the Crawdads Sing, and our Jack Straw partnership. Fun fact, my fuzzy red overshirt that I'm wearing tonight was a gift from Nancy K. Dillon. Nancy K. Dillon.
Thank you, Wes. Just want to make sure everything's turned on. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh. I'll hang on. We'll be back on that in just a second. Wow, I feel really honored to be here, and as you could tell, I love Bushwick, and it's been a big part of my life for quite a few years now, and I'm just grateful. It's always a bit terrifying, you know, to get inspired by a book and write a song and then come and sing it. But every single book has been incredibly rewarding, and this, Claudia's book is no exception. I think it's been mentioned that it is a difficult book in ways, and so it was interesting to try to find a way into my song. And one of the things that I was taken by, the very first page of Claudia's book has one of these things that you might have seen if you've been in New Mexico or in Mexico. And it's a Sacred Heart, and I've just been fascinated with this as a talisman and an image, and the whole idea of it as being protection. And so I'd been recently getting some work done around my house, and it was done by some gentlemen who I think they might have been from El Salvador. I'm not sure. I did not have the Spanish that I should have learned when I was in high school, and they did not have the English. But we really bonded up, and it was just, they did beautiful work, and I just feel so grateful every day. And so one of the things they built was an arbor and a gate leading from the front part of my house to the back. And so I decided I wanted to find one of these sacred flame corazon, the sacred flame hearts, to put on the gate, and then it would just sort of be a blessing to people who walk through into the back part of the house, back part of the yard. So anyway, I brought this, and I thought if I can find a way to hang it. I think, Jeff, that's what I was going to ask for help with, but I'll figure it out here. Anyway, there we go. As I was thinking about how to, create a song from the beautiful language that Claudia used in her book, Killing Marías. I felt like it, trying to approach that would be, kind of pointless because A, it's in the book and you can read it and it's absolutely beautiful. So what I ended up deciding to do was to write a song that's a conversation between a mother and a child. And the mother is one of the Marías, or all of them. And yeah, it sounds good up here. Does it sound okay out there? So my song is called Lamentos de Juarez. And it goes like this. That I'll never see your face again, never know your touch, never feel your skin. Mama Maria, please don't go, please don't go away. Precious child, it'll be okay. Mama must go to work today so that we can eat when I'm home again. Keep the fire burning, but do not stray. I promise you we will never part. Now I leave you with this golden heart to keep you safe when I'm away. Sagrado Corazon. Golden heart shines with sacred fire, lights the night, burns so bright, may no malvado enter here, may no mujer no ni yet fear. Mama Maria, please don't go to work today. I worry I won't come home again. Worry when you're all alone. That I'll never see your face again, never know your touch, never feel your skin. Mama Maria, please don't go, please don't. fills with sacred fire, lights the night, burns so bright, may no malvado enter here, may no me hear, nor niña fear. Ni una más, ni una más, ni una más, not one more. Ni una más, ni una más, ni una más, not one more. Ni una más, ni una más, ni Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Nancy K. Dillon, accompanied by the infamous Dr. Beat. Yeah, the boss, what is it, DB90? Didn't go to school for 7 years to be called Mr. Beat, that's for sure. Watch out, you're still connected. The good doctor is still, yeah. Next, we were planning to hear from Christiana Crabbe. Christiana is not well today, and we're very sorry to miss a song from them. So just want to take a moment to say another name out loud and hold someone in our thoughts. Dr. Beat is joining the chorus of well wishes. Thank you, good doctor. And just like these Mainstage shows of monthly stagings of original music inspired by a different band book are only a small part of what Bushwick does with our partner events and our education program, Style Songwriting through Youth Literature Education. Ticket sales are only one way you can support Bushwick. And since some people are approaching times of year where they tend to give gifts, a membership might be something to do. If you're thinking of spending a little more, we have a few holiday custom packages for custom songs. If you want to give a special someone in your life an original song inspired by their story or your opinions of them, it can look however you want. But tonight, where'd Drea go? She left. She was gonna Vanna White some stuff for me here. If you join at the $5 a month level tonight, you can not only have the joy of membership and support, but a read, sing, repeat. Oh, would you mind, Tara? Thank you. Yeah. A read, sing, repeat coaster, right? Yeah. That's how, yeah. Accessories not included. And at the $10 a month level tonight, there's all my notes. You get a special Read Band Books t-shirt from Out of Print Clothing in New York, which just sent us a box of these t-shirts this week. They've been generous supporters of ours for years, and 2 different designs. Yeah, right? You're not going to find anything better for that, nothing better for your time or your money. So anyway, thank you both for really showing the people what they can get. And we're going to have one more song, and we're going to take an intermission, and then we're going to have more readings and more songs and a quiz. Let's hear from Chugh With her mix of breathy, powerful, soulful tones, ethereal harmonies, and passionate piano artistry, Tara Chugh is a musical storyteller. Growing up, she had a speech impediment that led her to keep to herself, blend into the background, and not stand up for herself. Her storytelling, writing, and powerful vocals tell a story that hits deep to the core of who she is and where she came from. Tara is an official Recording Academy member, Grammy U mentor, music director for a nonprofit, and co-founder of Tacoma music organization Momentum. Fun fact, Tara is a second-degree black belt and has cat-like reflexes. Meow. Tara Chugh.
Thank you so much, Wes, and thank you, Bushwick Club. And for those watching online, I am half Filipino, and I'm 5'8", but I'm sitting, so you wouldn't know that. I'm wearing a black sheer turtleneck with flowers. I think those are roses. Some of them are roses. And my hair is medium length, dark brown. I felt like in some ways this book chose me. It's, I believe in synchronicities, and my favorite number is 1111. And I think, it was a book of beauty and at the same time rage, and rightfully so. And I wrote a song called Dark Flower. And I related a lot with my experience with domestic violence, and so this is Dark Flower.
Echoes of echoes of her cries.
Thank you so much.
It's all right, Chugh. We're going to take a short intermission. Please visit us at the merch table. Many of the artists tonight and authors have merchandise for you to peruse as well. Go visit Jason up at the bar, and we'll be right back with a quiz, more readings, and more music. Thank you so much.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all of ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all the ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club. But I can see I'm not free, but I do believe I'll go dancing, I won't listen, I'll take chances for rich existence. Ow, ow, ow. I conform, but I'm on fire. I'll change the norm. No, follow my desire, and I'll go running through the streets till I get there. I won't be complete. It is easy to burn your doubts with lies, but easy is not always what's right, right. It is easy to cover depth with bliss, but I will stand up for what's right, right. I can't preach, but I can speak, and I'm not free, but I do believe, and I'll go swimming in the river. I won't stop till something's better. It is easy to burn your doubts with lies, but easy is not always what's right, right. It is easy to cover depth with bliss, but I will stand up for what's right, right. It is
Hurricanes, a pain in the ass. The salad of May tastes like grass, and I don't wanna cut or chop or peel. My taste buds are fleeing en masse. And the lunch that I've made is so bland. I'm so hungry I could eat my hand. And I don't wanna roast or toast or steam. Can someone just bring me a sand? Which, but my darling, I'll cook with you. A nice homemade pizza will do. We'll laugh and drink wine. You'll sneak up from behind, and I'll let you slow roast my tomatoes. And dinner is a fight I will lose. The food in my fridge is past due, so I'll grab a beer and take out and find something to watch on the tube. Oh, but I will make dinner with you. Some kind of stir fry will do. I'll tease you a lot when you spill the pie, but I'll still let you lick my spoon. And when I get out of bed, there's lots of caffeine in my head. I rarely mess up that nectar in my cup. Coffee's the thing I do best. But even coffee is better with you. Puzzling over crossword clues. You buy me a croissant, but I know just what you want. So I'll let you taste my croissant.
Born to a world I don't understand. No one willing to lend me a hand. Am I alone or am I one of a kind? The victim of a senseless crime. Sights and sounds I've Am I not what you expected? Did I not reflect a pleasing view? Am I not what you once wanted? How did I deform the kindness in you? There was a time when I saw the good in everyone. I used to smile at all the joy to be seen. There was a time when I saw the good in everything. You made a monster out of me. Mother's love to nurture me through this cursed form that I am reduced to. No father's words to help make me see. But you made a monster out of me, a monster out of me.
Think you're holy, not a human, allowed to make mistakes and learn a lesson. So you fear them and you feed them parasites itching right under your skin. Don't excite you to enjoy life, a born fighter looking for a fight. If your heart's like something's not right, and love is no good unless it comes with a bite. I hope this is hard enough for you. I hope it makes you happy. No saying what you cannot do as long as you keep running. No staying put for an hour or two without your heart sinking. Hear the heavy steps of your regrets coming after you like bandits. Hey, coming after you like bandits. Could've loved her, so you left her. 'Cause all you ever wanted was to suffer. Didn't bother leaving a letter, turned away when chasing after danger. I hope this is hard enough for you. I hope it makes you happy. No saying what you cannot do as long as you keep running. No staying put
tired and hungry. Though I beg and steal for every meal, at least I've got my feet. Search for a place to hide, glad I'm still alive. But I guess things could be much worse. It's a similar town, and I know the rhyme, but the reason's still obscure. Then I'm off again, another time, another place. Will it be suffering, or the wonderful for
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all of ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
All right, friends. Music, literature, ideas, fun. Welcome back. Hopefully those of you in the room, so bless you, said hi to Jason at the bar, and hopefully those of you at home know where your own fridge is. It's quiz time. Yes, for some reason, every show since 2012, since March of 2012, has had a quiz in the middle, just to break some things up. Remember, having read the books will not help you. The barrier to entry to the marketplace is low, and let's, just so we're all on the same page, go through the question together here, so that we can kind of confirm my credibility and move along. All right, the question tonight was, which of these pen types does not contain ink? A, fountain pen. B, ballpoint pen. C, pig pen. D, gel pen. Incorrect. Gel ink. Pig pen, that is right, yes. Most pig pens I have encountered. That was good. We had some pig noises happening from house left. All right, we're going to draw 3 names from this. If your name is drawn and you're not one of the people that came up to me at intermission was like, oh, wait, if it's me, don't. Then come on up here, meet program manager, accompanist extraordinaire, and featured songwriter a little bit later in the evening, Drea Marilyn. Write your name on the index card for our high-tech scoring system, and await further instruction. All right, contestant the first. That's nice, thank you. Is Wong. V-U-O-N-G. Yeah, come on up. That was some good echo on Wong's name, too. That was, yeah. So that's, let's take a moment to recognize Cameron Newell running front of house sound back there as well. Just making things lonesome when they need to be. Okay, contestant the second is one of those people. Contestant the third. Or the second, oh, great. All right. That one. Jessica Avalon. I'm excited already. Colin McKenna.
Well, we have 2 different brains.
Yeah. This I believe will make it better. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Okay. All right. The prizes you are playing for. First person to get 3 answers right gets their first choice, and we go till everybody gets 3. So you get your choice. We are playing for, from Out of Print Shirts, War of the Worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Catch 22. Got even higher pitched. That was good. And one of the just showed up this week, the Read Band books shirts. All right. We'll figure out sizing and stuff later. All right, so that's what we're playing for. So we all know that one source of ink is squid, right? Right. That's our poster design tonight features squid prominently. In fact, that's a good time to mention. Season designer Barbie Statman is here. Here is the InkAloud poster. Every time I put on my Bushwick hat, somebody compliments me on Barbie's designs. It's just extraordinary. This has been signed by all performers and authors tonight, and we will later tonight be auctioning it off. Yes, so it's a very simple premise. I'm gonna say something, and you tell me if what I just said was a squid or a cat. Okay. Right? Simple premise. All right, Wang, you're up first. Step into the microphone. We'll go in the order. Yes. Okay. Remember, it's funny when you're wrong. Bristol.
Cat.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strong word.
It's a domestic cat crossed with a margay. It died out in the 90s due to fertility problems. Jessica. Okay. Southern pygmy. Southern pygmy. Squid or southern pygmy cat?
Cat?
No.
No. No.
There's a southern pygmy squid. The males measure just 1.6 centimeters in length.
That's why I don't know about
That's,
them.
yeah, if they were bigger, you would have seen them down. Okay, all right. Colin, you can take an early lead in the family here.
Cat.
It's good. Okay. Vampire. No help from family members.
A vampire.
Phone a friend. Yeah, vampire squid or vampire cat?
Cat.
Oh, no. Vampire squid has bioluminescent organs. All right. At the end of one round, it is Wong 1, family 0. All right. Step on up here. Okay. Aphrodite giant.
Cat.
That's correct. The Aphrodite giant cat originated in Cyprus.
I would have said squid, like legit.
Uh-huh. Odd bobtail.
Cat.
No.
Seriously?
Every other bobtail is a cat. The
Yes!
odd bobtail squid
This is rigged.
is small, again, sorry, found in the Atlantic and Mediterranean. Okay.
As a deeply nearsighted person, I find this offensive.
I'll give you a big one next time.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Colin, you're up. Were you asking for help?
No. I mean,
All right.
sort of.
All right. Glacial.
It's a squid.
Do you think she's helping or not?
We're gonna find out.
Okay, it is in fact. The glacial is a common name for several squids. All right, this is for the win.
Yes.
All right. Bush Club. That's right. Not only is Bush Club what a lot of Bushwick Book Club performers refer to this when they're speaking fast, it has happened multiple times on camera. But Bush Club is either a squid or a cat.
Cat.
No. It's a rare squid found in Antarctic waters. The Bush Club squid. There's no bushes in the ocean. I don't. You can ask the https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/category:"squid" page. That's where I get all of my good research. All right, Jessica.
If only I'd gone there before.
Yeah. The Neblung. No. It's got long bodies, so it's not small. Green eyes and long, dense fur. It is a cat. All right, Colin.
Fair.
Okay. Yep. Stubby hook. Stubby hook.
That has to be a squid.
Does it?
I want it to be a squid.
It's a squid. Yes! Okay, back in the game. Yeah, stubby hook squid has oval fins. All right. Sand.
Squid.
No. Sand cat is a small wild cat found in from North Africa to Central Asia. Havana brown. I know it sounds like weed, but it's either squid or cat.
Havana brown. To me, it sounds like a cat, and so I'm going to say squid.
It's a cat.
Yeah. Okay. This is so unfair.
Fairness has nothing to do with this.
What about instinct?
He's getting
What are all the hard? All right. I can do an ethical review of this afterward. All right. California spangled.
California spangled.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the cat.
That's correct. Yes! Come from behind, win. It's Abyssinian crossed with an American short hair crossed with a British short hair. All right. We're going to keep going. Yeah. Okay. Humboldt. Humboldt.
Squid.
Not humble. Squid. That's correct.
Yeah. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
The Humboldt squid is the most important squid worldwide for commercial fisheries. Okay, so looks like Long has 3. Colin has 3.
And we're going to be here for
We're
a
going to be
while.
here. That's okay. I have a lot.
Good. Me too.
I just in case this happens. Grimaldi.
Cat.
No.
Nope.
It's a big one, though, up to a meter length and mantle
Finally.
length. All right. Fishing.
Seriously. Cat.
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
It's a wild cat that eats rodents, birds, and fish. You know,
It's fierce.
like a cat.
Like a cat would.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this one in honor of Bushwick Northwest Executive Director Jeff Larson. This is Jeffries. Jeffries. Actually, Jeff Roy's.
Squid?
No. It's another wild cat.
I'm really sorry.
South and Central America. All right. Whiplash.
Squid.
Yes.
Yes! Yes!
Oh. Yeah, family of small deep sea squids. Okay. Rhombotuthis.
Cat.
No, it's an extinct squid. That's not,
Okay. I don't think
so
that
it's
counts.
basically a cat. That's fantastic. Australian mist.
Cat.
That's correct.
Yes!
All right.
This is the hardest test I've ever taken.
You're a teacher, right? Yeah, okay.
Theater.
There.
It's not.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thank you all for playing the Bushwick quiz. I will get you your prizes after the show.
Thank you.
All right, and I am going to quickly and gracefully switch to the other microphone here while Drea rearranges the set.
Inspiration from the page, now translated for the stage. It don't matter what your age is, all of ages, right here at the Bushwick Book Club.
All right. Thank you again for playing the quiz. Thank you, audience participation. You can phone as many friends as you want. They don't know either. That's what makes it fun. Let's bring up our second author of the night, Shin Yu Pai. Former InkAloud curator Shin Yu Pai is the author of 13 books and the outgoing civic poet of Seattle. She is the recipient of awards from the Academy of American Poets, City of Seattle's Office of Arts and Culture, For Culture, and the Awesome Foundation. Not an awesome foundation, the Awesome Foundation. She is a 2022 Artist Trust Fellow and was shortlisted in 2014 for a Stranger Genius Award in Literature. Shin Yi is also the writer, host, and producer of 10,000 Things, a chart-topping podcast on Asian American stories that won a regional Edward R. Murrow Award, 2 Golden Crane Awards from the Asian American Podcasters Association, and a silver from the Signal Awards. In addition to all this, she is one of the most thoughtful and diligent collaborators I have ever encountered personally, and I leave every interaction I have with her feeling seen and supported. Shin Yu Pai.
Thank you, Pepe, for including me in this program with Claudia. It's been really incredible to hear her work and the music that was inspired by her poetry. I wrote the poems that make up Adamantine after first moving to Seattle in 2007. I'd come here to attend a doctoral program in anthropology at UW, thinking that it would add to my practice as an artist, but I ended up dropping out and studying museums and cultural spaces instead. But what I learned about power and privilege, community and story in those early years of living here and thinking in Seattle changed the way that I wrote forever. Adamantine was the result, a book that looks at difficult beauty, human rights, violence, mental health, community well-being, and who and what gets to have a voice, as well as what it means to turn towards difficulty, what it means to love the world and the people who inhabit it, to grieve for others, and to contemplate one's humanity within a world of interrelatedness and connection. It's a book written from a deeply Buddhist perspective about a practice of being and a practice of love, 2 things that are never easy. This book is banned in Pennsylvania for reasons that are entirely unknown to me. But I'm a little bit proud that it's banned and often come back to this book, which was published 14 years ago. And it's something of a touchstone of, I feel like, a time when I began to hear my own poetic voice more clearly. So Adamantine is the title of this book, and it refers to a hard, diamond-like stone that can't be shattered. It's unbreakable in the way that the poetic spirit can't be defeated. And I'm going to read you 3 poems from this book. I just got a new eyeglasses prescription, so I don't think so. Yeah, thanks. I just got a new eyeglasses prescription, contact lens prescription, so I'm getting used to reading things. So this poem, Body Worlds, is about a touring science exhibition that was organized by a German doctor named Günther von Hagen. And it was a show that was very controversial. It came to Seattle, and it displayed a series of human plastinated bodies. Body Worlds. Sideshow with science at best grosses over 1 billion worldwide. Von Hagen's moniker brands the base of a woman on bent knees, releasing a dense red cloud of doves in flight. Skin pulled from flesh to fashion angel wings. The goalkeeper blocks a soccer ball with one hand, shows off internal organs with the other. Dappled gray of smoker's lung, or just industrial air pollution. A man parts the horse's mane in the second sequence of Tai Chi. Hip and knee joints replaced with steel. Corpses stolen from mental hospitals, the undocumented bodies of the executed. Bullet holes found in a specimen's head quartered in Dalian in Kyrgyzstan. The humanity of bodies stripped of skin, fatty tissue, age, and eye color. A cadaver sliced in 2, Damien Hirst's mother and child divided, chainsawed parts and not a whole. Or was it watching von Hagen's wife push a rolling pin over what once was a length of man? In the educational model of the body's burden, I feel the pounding of my own enlarged heart. This piece is about the destruction of important religious Buddhist statues that stood in the Bamiyan Valley of Afghanistan for thousands of years. And it's about contending with cultural and spiritual loss and making sense of letting go of the things that we often attach to in our desire to feel connected Bamayan. In the pink sandstone cliffs of the Ko e Baba Mountains, spent rocket casings, steel support rods, and shrapnel surround a pair of yawning outlines. Carved from rock, cave murals coated in dust and soot, a spray-painted phrase from the sacred Quran. The just replaces the unjust. Assailed by artillery and heavy cannon fire, faces hacked off, then dynamited under Talib rule, and yet it remains, nothing can't be blown up. And this last poem that I'll share is a poem that I think may have inspired a couple of the songs tonight. It's called Altar, which is word for a shrine or a personal altar, which is sometimes spiritual and it's sometimes for ancestors. And they're often changing as people that we love pass on and we add things to them. Altar. Change comes whether or not I hold true inside. How I see sometimes a room, poem, altar. Things set in concrete, fixed as though nothing can ever speak. The iron coiled figure I joined to my shrine, a keepsake that asked for a just memorial to mirror his place. Inside the stone of my heart, the stone of my heart. I want to say thank you to the staff of Bushwick, Wes and Jeff, for being so supportive of my work over the years, and I'm very excited and grateful to all the musicians tonight who agreed to respond to my work and to read it so closely with care. Tomo, Nance, Drea, and Gary. Thank you so much.
Shin Yu Pai. And the first song we're going to hear inspired by her work is from Nance. Come on up. Nance is a Chamorro non-binary musician and fiber artist born and raised in the Seattle area. Their art explores the intersection between Pacifica identity, queerness, and mental illness. You can find their music and more at eatdrinknance.com. Fun fact, Nance can deadlift 200 pounds.
Yes. Thanks, everybody. I'm Nance, like Wes said. The conception of this song was actually really sweet. I was on an artist retreat with my best friend of 16 years, whose name is Man Yi, who is a multidisciplinary artist. And we both decided to respond to Adamantine in the same night. We were both very inspired by the poem Watching My Father Crush a Black Widow on My Last Day in California. And the imagery was just so visceral that we both had to write about it. So, well, they drew a Black Widow, and I decided to write my song from the perspective of the Black Widow. So here goes.
Take the time, give it space. I don't know any other way. Read my mind, read my face. I don't know what I should say. Why do I surround myself with people who don't care about me? Why do I bother in this world that wants to see my ending? Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. See you trying your best to control what's in front of you. For my life,
with my chest, scream for help down the avenue. You had me cornered all alone with no one there to save me. You had me praying to a God when there is no escaping. Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Am I losing my mind? Is this a sign? Do I say goodbye? Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Everybody knows that's how it goes. There's only kill or be killed. Thank you.
Nance. Earlier, I mentioned our partnership with Jack Straw, because there's a lot of there's writers in here who have been alum of that. There's a number of musicians here who have done that. This year, we're doing regular video releases for all 12 of this year's Jack Straw writers of original music inspired by their work. This is the latest one, episode 5. Episode 6 comes out this coming week. We also are celebrating 10 years of partnership with Seattle Arts and Lectures. We're primarily doing their poetry series events right now. We had an event 2 nights ago at Town Hall Seattle with Amy Nezu-Kumatatil and Jess Pillay. It was wonderful. We did a one-off thing with Hedgebrook right here at Hugo House in September, which was great. And I say all of that to let you know what we do, but also because Nance has performed in all 3 of those partnerships. Because why wouldn't you hire that, right? Yeah. And on top of all of that, we run an education program, STYLE, Songwriting Through Youth Literature Education, because everything in education happens in acronym. We go into classrooms and into libraries. We take texts that students are already reading and work with them to find their own voice and inspiration, talk about storytelling. We have a West African dance program. We have an indigenous storytelling program. It's all about telling your story. Oh, yeah, keep those slides going. That's great. We've been known to bring in full recording studios and let the kids record the songs, and we learned very early on in STYLE that it does not matter how much or how fancy gear you bring. As long as every kid gets their own pair of headphones, they're very happy. And they somehow think that their headphones, if there's like only one microphone in a room full of students, they somehow think that like when they say something, it only goes into their headphones and not everybody's headphones. And so they just sit there and they go like this. And they think, like, we all hear it. We all hear it. All of us hear it. And they think like, oh, this is cool. It's being so good. Yeah, anyway, that's an early thing we learned when we first developed the program. We do a lot more sophisticated stuff than that now. Let's bring up Drea Marilyn. Drea Marilyn is a singer, songwriter, film composer, and educator. The latest release from her band, Drea and the Marilyns, is titled Sad Songs You Can Dance To. Fun fact that you already know, Drea is Bushwick's program manager. We're so happy to work with Drea. This is season 3 with Drea on board. Drea has appeared in the songwriting capacity in the past for original music inspired by Crying in H Mart, The Picture of Dorian Gray, Band Book Club, and previous versions of InkAloud. Drea Marilyn.
Thanks, Wes. All right. Hi. So I decided to do a different approach with this this book by using several poems as inspiration. I used the poem Burning Monk, anniversary poem Reckless Cat, Model Minority, and I wanted to dedicate this to In Soo Chun. I'm going to read something from the notes. In 2007, Amanda Knox, an undergraduate student at the University of Washington, was implicated in the murder of her flatmate, Meredith Ketcher, and while the two participate on a study abroad, a program in Italy. The murder attracted a large amount of attention in Seattle and remains a source of media frenzy. In contrast, the death of In Soon Chun, an immigrant labor terminated from his position at the University of Washington, received scarcely any news coverage, though dozens of students on the campus witnessed the violence of Chun's self-immolation. And there was just, after reading that poem, I went online and looked up what I could find about In Soon Chun, and years later, they found out that he was actually a teacher in South Korea. Him and his family moved over to America to find just better jobs. Couldn't find a teaching position. Ended up working at UW as part of the cleaning staff. And they mentioned that in his backpack he carried what they called his manifesto, and they didn't go into what was in it. And upon reading that, it reminded me of the Burning Monk poem and being driven so much by something that you're so passionate about that you unfortunately set yourself on fire. And throughout the book, I found these parallels between different places like Taklamakan, desert, and Riverside, which are both very dry, and I think of sand, and anniversary poem and Malta minority. So the whole premise of this is dealing with a heavy heart. The gaze of the old Buddhist monk who set himself on fire to protest what he detests from the depths of his soul, his desires and flames that grew higher. Stand in the storm and the scars on your wrist reminisce the stinging sensation. The letters, the notes, all the things that we wrote, set in stone, a fine celebration. A heart, heavy heart, were we doomed from the start? Will you lead me to my own destruction? Oh, heart, heavy heart, you've made it an art that fails despite all the disruption. Oh, heart, heavy heart, are we doomed from the start? Will you lead me to my own destruction? Oh, heart, heavy heart, have to tear me apart despite all the disruption. Empires built, landlocked and high, reluctant homecoming. Matters of past that we swore we forgot turn into who we are becoming. Oh, heart, heavy heart, are we doomed from the start? Will you lead me to my own destruction? Oh, heart, heavy heart, you've made it in art, unyielding despite all disruption. Heart, heavy heart, are we doomed from the start? Will you lead me to my own destruction? small of his path can we save any?
Drea Marilyn. You can see Drea again next week, December 13th at Barbosa. That's not far from here. For Debut 2, a concert featuring all Filipinx-fronted bands. And if later tonight you're thinking, I don't remember when Wes said Drea was playing again, you should go to our digital program and go to Drea's website or anybody else's website who you've heard from tonight, authors included. Scan the QR code or bit.ly/ink24-PGM program. And if you really like QR codes or bit.ly links, you should also check out bit.ly/ink24-crossword. Because Amy Zoe makes a custom crossword puzzle for every show in our season. And this is the one inspired by InkAloud. There's lots of good ink puns. If you do the crossword, you'll realize why this is my favorite one of the season so far. Just a little Easter egg for you. Absolutely. But that's, you know, where else do you get that? Yeah. How about a hand for Amy Zoe for doing that? And next up, we have another performer who couldn't be here but sent in a video. And it's our first-timer, Bushwick first-timer of the night. This is Gary Mula. Gary is a lifelong resident of Seattle. He is a guitar player, singer, and songwriter who has played in many configurations from his solo band Mula to the rock band Dumb Thumbs. He is best known as an audio engineer and record producer, having produced over 100 albums. He is currently working with Sun Crow and a Porchlight Penny. So give a warm first-time Bushwick welcome to Gary Mula.
Hi, I'm Gary Mula. Very, very happy to be here tonight and honored to be asked to participate in this Bushwick Book Club event, and especially in honor of a piece of work by Shin Yu Pai. I've known Shin Yu for a little while, and very grateful to have her as a dear friend. So having her ask me to pick a poem was quite special. Out of this book, Adamantine. I chose the poem Altar, or it chose me. I suppose that's maybe a more clear way of talking about it. It's one of the shorter poems in the book, and well, obviously, by its namesake, altar. It's something that we all define for ourselves what an altar is, and but in her poem, it feels like it's a search for an inner and outer space, where a very special part of yourself occupies, and the experiences in your life that are very, very important also occupy. I'll just leave it at that for now. This is called Altar. for a just memorial to Marías place inside the stone of my heart, the stone of my heart, the stone of my heart, the stone inside the stone of my heart, the stone of my
Yeah, keep that going for Gary Mula. Gary, if you're watching, welcome to the club. If you want to hear more Gary Mula or see him in person, you can do so New Year's Eve. He's singing 2 songs at this year's Artist Home New Year's Eve show at the Tractor Tavern. So once again, for Gary Mula. We have one more song tonight, and before we get to that, I want to say thanks. It takes a lot of people to make this happen. So can we get some applause for Cameron Newell running front of house sound tonight? And Dillon Randolph, our live stream tech. So put some thumbs and hearts in the chat at home, viewers. Our season graphic design by Barbie Statman. We're going to talk more about that in just a moment. Bushwick Book Club Seattle theme song written and performed by Julia Massey. Band Book Season theme song written and performed by the Half Brothers. The Bushwick Book Club Seattle premise comes courtesy of Susan Huang. Thanks to Alicia Baker, volunteer extraordinaire. The Bushwick production team of Jeff Larson, Carrie Garvin, Drea Marilyn, Emily Persia, and Wes Weddell. Kevin is our photographer tonight. Big thanks to DK, Pepe, and Jason here at Hugo House. Applause again, please, for all of those folks. And all the people behind the scene that make art and live music and community art a thing you can do all the time in your community. It's great. Our next show will be, oh, sorry, Jeff. He was walking somewhere else. I keep catching him off guard with the slides. Our next show will be January 11th at Town Hall Seattle. Will be original music inspired by Art Spiegelman's Mouse. It's not an easy read, but it's a good time for it. And our band book season rolls right along. And we'll be right back here at Hugo House on February 8th for original music inspired by banned picture books. Yes, many people have banned picture books. Where's Waldo? Yep, there's 1/16 inch of a naughty bit in there apparently, and somebody found it. Brown Bear, what do you see? Both the Korean government and Texas got that Bill Martin confused with another one and banned that book. These things, you can't make this up. George Takei has a book. Honana Hulu Warrior. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole night of original music inspired by banned picture books. And then on March 8th, we're gonna have a special members-only show of Fahrenheit 451. Yeah, so if you want in, become a member right here at Hugo House. All right, let's send this poster home with somebody. All right, there it is. All right, incredible artwork by Barbie Statman. You want to do it, Jeff? Okay, yeah, why don't you come do it? Jeff. Executive Director Jeff Larson.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks, Wes. Wes deserves a big round of applause, please. Just so we're aware, we do have more of these posters available. We just have to order them tonight, and we'll send them right to your house. So if you are interested in one of these InkAloud posters, Barbie Statman's artwork is available to you, as well as all the other posters over there. Anything that you would like can get sent right to your house. Please consider buying one of those posters from us. It would be awesome. Every little bit that you give to Bushwick, whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's a poster, is really going to make a huge difference for us. I want to be really clear about that. Like, that can really help us right now, especially if you want to become a member. Like, you become a member, or just make a donation. Those monthly donations are going to make a huge deal. They're a huge deal for the programming that we can continue to do. Yeah. Is that clear to everybody? Yeah. It was a weird year, if you didn't notice. And a lot of donations did not go to arts organizations. They went someplace else. And that's what we're all feeling right now, just so everybody's clear. So let's go there. All right, cool. So, but we have this wonderful piece of art right here, right now. Barbie Statman created it. It's InkAloud. This is a live auction. Normally we don't do a live auction. But this piece here is signed by every single performer who is here in attendance at this event. Every single performer that's here, and the authors, and the creator of the artwork themselves. Who would be willing to pay $50 for this piece of artwork right here? You can just raise your hand. You can yell out. Who would be willing to pay $50? Craig Seashell is right over here. He's willing to pay $50. Who's willing to pay $60 for this? This is going to make a huge difference in the classroom. I want you to make sure that you know this. Those $60 is going to make sure that we can bring in a recording studio. It's going to make sure that there's teaching artists in that classroom. Who can pay $60? Who can make sure that young students have recording equipment in their school? Who can do that? Anyone out there that's interested in making sure that we have that opportunity to bring in some recording equipment into a school? $60 for this artwork. Going once? Oh, great, right up front here. Thank you so much, sir. $60 right there, and $70. We're gonna do tens now. I should have started with a bigger amount, but I didn't. So now we have to just move forward with this. $70. Who's got $70 for this artwork right here? Here we go. $70. InkAloud. Going once. Going twice. You can still order online later if you want to, but maybe there's in the back. Claudia Castro Luna, $70. Thank you so much, Claudia. $80. I'm gonna just have to do the tens here. 80. Oh, boom, $80. We got to fight now here. We got to fight. $80. Claudia, what do you think? 90. Yep, 90. Easy. 90 is easy. 90 is easy, but 100's easy too. If I'm correct here, $100 is easy. Don't you think? Yeah, I see her saying yes, so you probably should just go ahead and say yes. Oh, there you go, $100. Good. This has got all the signatures of all of the performers tonight, and the writers as well. $100 right over here. But you know, who would pay $150 for this? Somebody might pay $150. The last poster went for much higher than $100. I'm gonna say. I mean, this is really important stuff here. This is really popular stuff. Claudia, what do you think? $150? Oh yeah, $150. That was easy. Claudia's right there. Anybody? I saw somebody sitting right here who was interested. Are you guys interested in getting in on this? Can you top $150? You can't. Anybody over here? This is gonna go to a really important cause. Just so we're aware, it's gonna go to an important cause. Anybody over here? Going once. Going twice. Oh. We're all thinking about it here, I can tell. Susan, I saw Susan reaching in her bag. She's like, I got dollars in here. All right, going twice. And, oh! 175. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate it. And we might be able to top that. We'll give everybody one last chance here. Who can top 175? That's going once, going twice, and $200. Claudia, thank you so very much. Sir, once, twice. Let's all give a big round of applause to Claudia Castro Luna. Thank you so much. And we'll give this mic right back to Wes Weddell, and really appreciate you all. I really do. Thank you all so much. Consider coming and talking to us at the end of the night here. I'll be right over there with you. Here we go.
Executive Director Jeff Larson, everyone. Thank you all for creating an environment where that could happen. The social pressure was key, and we really appreciate that. We have one more song tonight, inspired by Shin Yu Pai's book, Adamantine. And let's hear from Tomo Nakayama, born in Japan, raised in Seattle, Tomo Nakayama is an artist whose melodic, complex, and emotionally compelling music has been praised by the likes of NPR, the New York Times, and The Stranger. Beginning as frontman of indie bands Asahi and Grand Hallway, and a successful solo career spanning 2 decades as a singer, songwriter, composer, producer, actor, and curator, Nakayama is one of the most active and recognizable figures in Seattle music. His music has been placed in the Netflix hit House of Ninjas, HBO Max's Sex Lives of College Girls, and the Sundance Grand Jury nominated indie dramedy, Touchy Feely. A former artist in residence at Town Hall Seattle, where our next show will happen. His sound installations and compositions have also been featured in the Museum of Northwest Art and Wing Luke Museum. Give a first time on the Bushwick stage welcome to Tomo Nakayama.
Thank you. Yes, it's my first time at the Bushwick Book Club, and I've done a couple of the Hugo House literary series before, but it's my first time doing the Bushwick, and it's been so inspiring watching all the amazing songwriters. Yeah, I'm such very honored to be here. Oh, yeah, I had a lot I was going to say about this song, but I'm forgetting it now. But I first met Shin Yu about 8 or 9 years ago on she was a poet, civic poet of Redmond at the time, and asked me to write a few songs in response to her poetry. It was very interesting coming back to this book after all that time. And I feel like the world has changed quite a bit since then, and I've also grown, hopefully, I don't know, as a human being, but for some reason, this time reading through the book, it really resonated with me on a very kind of visceral, emotional level, and I was very moved by, Shin Yu mentioned that her writing is very informed by like her Buddhist practice, and just the act of I don't know about you, but ever since the election, I've just been kind of in a spiritual free fall, going, what's it all about? Kind of existential sort of stuff, going, what is the point of writing music or making things? And like the problems of the world seem so much bigger than any single human being, right? But reading this really reminded me that any sort of daily practice, the act of creation, the act of writing, is a form of resistance, against apathy and against cynicism, and to the choice to view the world and to face it and to really see it with clarity and compassion. It takes strength, I think. And this is a song which I will call, it wasn't titled, but I'll call it Mantra.
Homicide, suicide, riverside, in the house that I called home. Circling wedding ring made of stone, engraved but with no stone. Race to the jewel in the lotus. Home on a
algae blooms in swimming pools. Life unfurls. What I was, I am no more. Praise to the jewel in the lotus. Om Mani 10,000 words to restore us. Om Mani Om Mani Inside the stone of my heart, inside a stone when the world's blown apart, inside a stone of my heart, laws may collapse, the body may wither and die, but I'll survive. Rise before the shrine. Breathe and sleep and rinse the rice and write and write and write, recite Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme
Thank you very much.
Tomo Nakayama. And keep that going for everybody we heard from tonight. Alexis Thompson, Nancy K. Dillon, Tara Chugh, Nance, Drea Marilyn, Gary Mula, Tomo Nakayama, curator Pepe Montero lurking in the back, Claudia Castro Luna, author of Killing Marías, a poem for multiple voices, Shin Yu Pai, author Adamantine. I'm Wes Weddell. We'll see you again on January 11th for Mouse and February 8th for Banned Picture Books. Have a great, safe holiday season. If you choose to holiday, take care, be kind.